Hello and welcome to another social scene in Gotham by Night. Here we have Sage, William, and Talon meeting up at the sushi bar his family owns to perhaps discuss recent events and see where friendships lie. So, let's get right into it. So, I don't know when or how Sage would show up. I'll leave that up to you, but Talon will walk in, possibly with her, to the sushi bar and head to probably a booth in the corner.
Just having fun changing pictures. Just ignore the picture changing unless you just want to be entertained. Yeah, that's fine. If you invited her to, to come out, that's fine. She has to eat.
Yeah, we all do. It's not very often Town does anything outside of his lair as far as basic needs goes. But William and Sage will be surprised to see him wearing a blue suit with a hat to match, described as a mafia fedora by the person who decided on it. And it actually has a peacock plume on the side of it fanned out to look like a wing.
You know what? For shits and giggles, you guys are on the booth now, right?
And yeah, booth in the corner.
Yeah. William will walk up to you and say, "Welcome. May I take your order? Have you decided yet?"
William, you smell Talon's blood. Dry as it may be, but and it's bandaged. Okay, so it's not like he's just bleeding everywhere. He's stable.
Yeah.
But you are a werewolf, so yeah.
Yeah, he knows.
He will probably just get one of those. It's like a little bottle of sake, and you have the shot glass next to it, and that's what they do in
Yeah.
those places.
Yeah.
She'll just say
And
margarita, straight up.
margarita in a. Okay. Okay, then I can probably do that.
It's one of
Why
those
not?
meetings, apparently.
She's had an interesting few days. People watching her, some creepy guy talking to her from the TV.
Yeah. So William will go to the kitchen and go get some sake and probably no margarita yet. You will also notice that William has a new scar on his neck area, which is
Okay.
kind of weird because werewolves don't usually get scars unless, well, it's aggravated or stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
know if your character would know that. Yeah, he has a very noticeable new scar like along his jawline that comes down to his neck. And he will put the sake. Good to see you again, Talon.
Likewise. He kind of just nods. You're welcome to join us.
Okay. Thanks. I just want to say I'm sorry.
We all make decisions we regret.
I was very angry and I could not control it.
I'm familiar with that in my own kind. Families usually are able to take that in stride. Not always, but you didn't. He kind of trails off. Like he didn't really betray us per se, but he's not that well spoken.
Yeah. Nice suit, by the way. And if I recall correctly, you are Mr. Hightower's sister.
Did he tell you?
Would William know that though?
Did he
Yeah,
actually? She's like, did he tell you?
I think yeah. Remember if when we first met you, he was going on about that's my sister, or you just look just like my sister.
Yeah, but she never confirmed it at that point. But yeah, in fact, technically, she still hasn't confirmed it, but he knows.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Sorry.
fine though. Like if you can say that if you want. I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Okay.
It's her response though. Yeah, she was just like, "He told you?"
Mm, oh no, I just assumed from the conversation. Never mind. Yeah, I believe your margarita will be ready soon.
I was just kidding, but hey, if you're gonna get me one, I'll say yes.
No one really buys margaritas here, you know?
Well, allow me to be the different one. It's not like I'm going to get drunk off one margarita, am I?
Depends. Is it a thimble full of sage liquid?
Sage liquid?
There's apparently a drink that the Fey world has. A thimbleful will get anything drunk. Doesn't matter what it is. Just insensate essentially.
She just blinks because she doesn't know how you know that kind of lore. That doesn't make any sense
Well,
to her.
sorry. I was making a joke out of character. But
Oh,
Town
okay.
in character would
See, I thought it was in.
Town would probably be like, because he knows you're a changeling, he'd probably be like, you guys probably have something far worse than margaritas.
Yeah.
Whether that's akin to vitae or akin to alcohol is up for you to interpret.
Vitae, huh? That's an
Okay.
interesting thought. I'm not quite sure what you mean with vitae.
I think that was out of character.
Yeah, maybe I should like.
Maybe we should stick in character then.
Maybe I
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have like
yeah.
a sound or
It's probably
apologies.
better. Anyway, how are you guys doing after fight? I know I suddenly left, but there was more pressing matters at hand.
Here. I'm doing okay. You know, current affliction notwithstanding.
He nods. How is Tatiana? I mean, Mr. Skurchenko doing?
She's taken her new appearance in stride. I'm sure you can imagine.
And Mr. Hightower?
That's actually,
A very good question.
yeah. I happened to learn something about him that I'm not sure if I should
Then it's
make public
probably a
yet.
good idea not to share it.
Needless to say, he's going up in the world. His world.
Good for him. I just hope they are doing well. I know I said some very hurtful things.
We all were dealing with our demons.
Were we?
His kind and your brother's kind, those he realizes he's in like a bit of a public place. Like those types of people, they have a certain temper that can be hard to control.
William will stand up and he will go to the kitchen to get you guys your orders. Will you talk about the shit?
How much has Nathaniel told you?
About as much as I've told him. But it's kind of easy to figure at least some things out. When, I can't reach him in the morning.
Yeah, they are cursed after all, as they put it. He probably just takes he came with a sake already, so he takes a sip of that, and seems like he's almost sizing you up a little bit. What are Sage's aspirations, if she has any?
Don't we have to have those?
Well, I don't know how. Like some characters, when they're brand new, the player hasn't thought of them yet. So.
Oh, I have 4 of them.
Oh, you're only technically allowed 3, but cool.
Well, then if we can ignore the last one.
Okay.
No one ever said I couldn't have my 4th, so.
Yeah, you get 3. 2 of them are, and one's typically long term.
Well, either way, my sheet was approved with 4, so.
Oh.
I mean, they were there
Oh,
from the start.
Okay.
But either way, like I said, we can ignore the last one. It's the least important of them, so.
Anyway.
What, you would get all of them?
I'm essentially Talon's using Eye of Heaven.
But that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking he gets everything? I mean, that's some pretty deep shit.
With 3 aspirations?
Yeah, that's pretty deep. Like, to know what really makes a person go, that's pretty deep.
Well, their goals, anyway.
Right,
Not
and
like... It's not like I'm asking what your supernatural weaknesses are or anything.
No. That's not what I meant, but...
Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in terms of... I would actually characterize that question to be more personal than what are your supernatural weaknesses.
Oh.
But, I mean, if you get them, then you get them. I'm just... Yeah, it's weird.
Well, I don't want to, like, piss you off as a player. If it's a big deal, then it's okay. We
No.
just move on. Okay.
If it's a thing that happens, then it's a thing that happens.
Okay.
It was just surprising. Well, do you have a concept of goblin fruits? Because I don't know what you do with that.
I have recently visited a Kruak Mandragora garden, so he may just like say, okay, it's a supernatural fruit of some kind. He may not know what it's called or what it does, but
well, one of them is to basically grow all the goblin fruits she can get her hands on. You got to catch them all. That's literally what it says. The second one is to figure out, we'll just say what to do about her family, because that's probably the easiest way to phrase it.
What to do? Excuse me, what to do about her family?
That's what she needs to figure out. To find and decide what to do about her.
Oh, sorry, okay. To find and...
To find and to about her kids and her fetch. But that kind of all falls under family, so. And the last one is to find a place and people to call home. In other words, she's pretty family oriented.
So is Talon, actually.
But yeah, if you did get the detail on that second one, then yeah, you now know that she has kids. You probably don't get the idea of a fetch.
Okay. Yeah, the power just says their aspirations. It doesn't really... It's the same thing as, like, you learn what negative conditions they're under. I don't necessarily learn, like...
What they mean.
Creep, for example. I know that he's persistent charmed, but I don't necessarily know that he's persistent charmed to Bianca. Except then he, in character, acts kind of funny every time he brings up Bianca. So I can still infer, make that connection, but it's not just made automatically with the power.
Yeah, so family, that definitely includes fetch. Or,
Okay.
I mean, sorry, that definitely includes kids, I mean.
Okay.
Kids are probably the easiest part of the concept.
It's Talon. He's not socially super well adjusted, so he's trying to, like, find something to break the ice. And then to him, that's briefly seeing a skull almost devour him for supernaturals. But then that's why I said he's kind of like looking you over, sizing you up, because you spend a turn studying your target, technically. Yeah, and he'll open up with, so, you got any family in town, aside from Nathaniel?
Maybe.
He's not, like, directly going, oh, you have some kids. He's just like, what really holds you down here, aside from the garden, like, trying to learn who you are as a person.
I'm actually not sure. I think I do.
And at this moment, William will come back with a glass and some sushi, which I don't
Nice.
remember if you guys ordered, but he's gonna bring it anyway.
Just like, oh, awkward silence. Insert food.
Yeah. Anyway, here's your margarita,
Bless you.
and
You
here's some
actually made
sushi. You know what? For funsies, I'm gonna roll for it to see how well I made the margarita and the sushi. Let's see.
Okay. In the meantime, Talon's probably having another sip of his sake, and
Mhm.
I think defining yourself outside of
Gee, holy shit! It's an exceptional success margarita. What the
Good
Well,
shit.
it sounds like you need to make them more often.
What the fuck? Okay, let's see for the
Oh.
sushi. It's okay. It's just a 2 success sushi.
Hey, I take it he's just chilling. All right.
Yeah.
After he sips his sake, he'll kind of make it clear that Sage has the floor. Like whatever she wants to talk about or bring up, it's her call. If she has any recent happenings, because while Talon does have some pretty big shit that's happened, a lot of it is stuff you can't easily talk about right now.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
That she so obviously changes the subject from her family.
Mhm.
You know more people around here than I do.
If you say so.
Well, you've been here longer than me, even if it is only a couple of weeks or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming you do as well. As she looks at William.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He owns this restaurant. He must have lived here a while.
And you are something special, right?
I suppose you could say that.
I mean,
we are
everybody's
all
special, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
All right. Well, maybe one of you guys knows something about a spider lady.
That's news to Talon. And he kind of cocks his head a bit, like,
Not one of mine.
The spider lady.
where?
I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
She came and found me. So, at my workplace.
Like, to take you?
No, she wanted to talk to me.
Well,
I
that's
just
different.
wanted to know. Yeah, it kind of is.
If you don't mind my asking, about what exactly?
About something I might be able to do for her.
So, business.
Business mixed with a mention. Would you consider yourselves to be Nate's friends?
I wouldn't.
I have a mutual agreement with him, so
I don't
yeah.
think I would exactly be called a friend.
Okay.
An acquaintance, perhaps.
She nods. Well, then this might not affect you very much. But it might affect you. She looks at Talon. She
Go
said
on.
that she was going to be looking to talk to him and his friends about something she wants them to do. Because she knew that I had a brother. She knows about my other family. And she knows what I can do. And I just got here. So watch your back, or at least watch for things too that might be watching you.
You kind of see William kind of grimace when you said friends. He's thinking about Tatiana. I don't know if you guys would have anything to know that, but just saying it out there.
No, she doesn't really She hasn't even officially met Tatiana except for the scene that they were in together. The one, the very first scene. So she hasn't even met her yet.
Yeah.
She does know he has a girlfriend though.
Yeah.
If she mentions that, he'll actually not scoff, but like a similar sound. Almost like clearing your throat.
I don't know her motives yet.
There are things my, let's say, mentors told me about how you should. You probably already noticed, but never give your name to anyone, your full name to anyone, and never make deals with people you just met.
Indeed.
She just smiles.
I'm trying not to leave things behind. If Colorado wants to join us, he can. Or like either character, you can join if you want. At any rate, as for her intentions, because you said you didn't know Tatiana's, I'm afraid I can't offer any insight on that at this moment.
I was just hoping perhaps you guys had heard some rumors or something about a spider lady.
This is the first I've heard of it, which is a feat in and of itself.
It is very interesting.
What about people talking to you from TVs?
The only one who ever did that is dead now. Well, did that to me, at least.
Who's that?
Creed. Or apparently.
Oh, since she's acting character.
Oh, sorry.
The Riddler.
Well, that is fair. I suppose I also saw him die. But this was after that. Some news guy talked to with really bad fake news hair. Talked to me from the TV. He said he was a watcher.
Well, our kind can do something similar, but not.
And he seemed super proud of the fact. Well, he seemed very proud of the fact that he had found me.
That's disconcerting.
You think?
I've had recent problems of my own. Someone, keep in mind, it's kind of hard for me not to know who, or at least where they do these things from. Someone was able to take a prisoner from my home. And my home is fairly well guarded. And he's kind of leaning into the word like it's not even in the real world guarded kind of sense. And as someone else who regularly travels other unreal places, hopefully you pick up on that.
She might get a hint, but isn't going to assume things at this point.
Okay.
Well, chances are if it's a place you can get to, somebody else can get there too. But that doesn't mean that if it's yours, you shouldn't be able to, let's just say, have better access to it.
Indeed.
Many things happening in Gotham again. Little cog is moving again. It never changes.
I have another weird thing too, actually. Aside from dude from TV making me think I'm insane. And Spider Lady.
Okay.
Did any of you guys hear of some kind of voice in your head when you went down into that basement?
Basement? You mean
The Riddler.
I'm assuming you guys are in the sushi shop?
Yeah.
At which point Creed will swagger in.
Like just fed swagger or just natural?
A little of column A, a little of column B.
I take that as a no.
As
he's buzzed, but he's not wrecked.
Oh no. That was her continuing the conversation as he walks in. I take it that's a no.
no, I've never. And then he hears the door open. He goes, "Welcome to Hello Creed."
Hey, William! How you doing, man?
Doing well.
You
What
better
about
than
you?
last time?
You will notice, by the way, that William has a new scar on his like neck area, like that goes along like a sort of a cut type thing.
You get everything you wanted?
You know that we never get everything we want, Creed. It's always compromises.
Hey, come on now. Let's see that smile of yours.
He
Well,
just doesn't. He just looks at you.
maybe not a smile from you.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me that. It's a bat. Ah! It's the plant collector. I don't think we've ever had the honor of meeting.
Creed, this is Sage.
Creed gives a flourishing bow.
She's
Well, my
sitting.
lady. I know. He's still bowing. Well, my lady, it is an honor and pleasure to meet you. Then he gives a little hiccup.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you, Creed? Did you get hurt while we were gallivanting in the basement?
He taps to a little scar going along the side of his forehead. That he kind of brushes his hair back to show.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It sort of looks still fresh, like it's a burn.
yeah.
You know, you guys need to learn how to stay out of fire.
I got nicked. Nothing much.
I have a place for that.
In time. And it will get better and better and great again. I'll just have a little mark to show for my efforts and this whole endeavor and whatever we're doing. But at least none of my beautiful tattoos got marked. Those are a bitch. Let me tell you, those are a bitch to retouch up. I thought it was hard before, but now it's like, whoa, man. Wait, I have a question. This is probably a good question. Leans over to Talon. Is she? Or is she ain't?
Why don't you ask me the question since I'm the she?
Talon just nods. You don't know if he's answering Sage or you, but he just nods.
But he's the detector. I mean,
I'd appreciate it, Creed, if you didn't divulge things without
oh,
at least
right.
asking me first.
Sorry. That's my bad.
Can I get you anything, Creed?
The most delicate, the most amazing, the most greatest of your spoiled product.
What?
Spoiled products?
You want?
Creed Talon's like shooting you this look like that thing's hungry again.
You want decaying fish?
Yeah.
I mean, he like thinks really hard for a second, shakes his head, and then he goes back to the kitchen.
So, sits on a chair and does a sort of spins around twice, then faces Song and go, right then, where are my manners? I'm Creed, and holds out his hand to shake.
She'll shake. Her name's already been given, so she's not going to offer that again.
Okay.
But she'll shake. There's no reason not
And I
to.
must ask, I mean, I'm assuming because of all the crazy and the fact that I think perhaps, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I saw you in the basement. That you're in the know.
Well, I may have been there to save my brother's ass.
Your brother?
No, my sister.
That was more of my character going, and your brother is?
I get this, but she was just being a smartass back. The way you're like,
Okay.
yeah.
Your brother's your sister?
Don't you know? He might be surprised to find that out, though.
Talon, I never knew you were a girl.
He just chuckles like,
Are you my brother now?
apparently.
So who's your brother? For real.
Well, why don't the rest of you tell him who I was protecting?
If you wish. Creed,
She just shrugs.
you know that big, long discussion we just had about our mutual friend?
Oh shit. That's the
Indeed.
sister.
Indeed.
I am so, so very sorry for you.
Don't be.
But a word of advice. With our mutual friends' newfound responsibilities, I wouldn't go spreading around who you're related.
No matter what you say, I will never deny my family.
Well, no. I mean, I wouldn't be telling certain people about it because
Talon
they'll.
just folds his arm at this point.
I mean, I get it. I get family bonds, love, and everything, but
Do you? I don't feel that you do in this scenario.
I feel that if Nathan was here, he'd ask you to keep hush hush about your family bonds as well. But
And I feel that he would also know that I've told him no before, and if I want to say no, I will say no.
okay,
He just
jeez,
snorts. He just like
holds up his hands and backs off.
Look, I kind of get what you're going for here, but it is being if you're trying to, if you mean it well, then thank you. But telling me to deny my brother is like telling me to deny part of me.
Talon to speak up at this point. Your brother may have just made a lot of enemies. That's all
Real
I wanted
quick.
to say.
Well, then they are my enemies now too.
That's
And
fine.
This time,
That's
William
or sorry,
comes
he'd
out
be
of
like, very well.
William comes out of the kitchen and goes to Creed. I've prepared your filth. Just go get it when it's time for you to leave. I will put it over there, and you can pay.
I mean,
I
it's
really have
garbage,
no
so-
clue how much you pay for such a thing, but or what you want with it, but I mean, okay. And then he also replaces the sake bottle, I assume, because it's empty, probably.
Well, they're just little 8-ounce things, so yeah.
So, how exactly are you, Creed?
Well, I was doing great I came in here and now I'm doing just okay. But I'm feeling that the night will get great again.
You always feel
William,
that way.
William will give you the fakest smile. I hope it goes well. Agreed.
William, my buddy, my man, I really need to give you some advice. You really stink with that customer service smile of yours.
I just want to tell you something that I have said.
Ooh,
something to
is
you
this
that
another?
are... Go on, sorry.
Is this another threat, man?
No. I am no longer influenced by rage. Well, not yet anyhow. I just want to say I am sorry for the things I have said.
Oh, don't worry about it. He sort of waves his hand back and forth. I know my place. I know who I am. I've come to peace with that. Like I've said to
Go on.
like I've said to everyone else. I'm a parasite. I know that. He knows that. Now you two know that.
What am I supposed to do with that?
My lot in life. I don't know. It's all information freely offered. It doesn't mean it's going to be of any value. Not everything you get in life is of value.
I just want you both to know the things I have said and done in that night. I was very angry, and I know that's not an excuse, but he kind of slowly bites himself, but not hard enough to bleed, because he knows that you're a fucking vampire, and the last time he did that, he yeah.
Look, you and me.
Well, you know that he'd remember town's blood, so you know that if he would have frenzied, he would have done it by now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You and me are not. We're not friends. Not to say that that's never a potential, but we were never really close, you and me. You were the guy fucking my sister. And that was just how life was. Oh, look out for you like I look out for others. But if you want to be friends, there's going to be a lot more brotherly bro bonding involved. And I don't think you're looking for that. So let's just...
I just wanted to apologize for the things I have done while thinking in rage and anger.
Understandable.
That is all I want.
All right. And if it helps, well, I agree that we could have gone with the Bloodhounds if there wasn't that whole incident outside.
You see him grimace when you mention that.
Yeah. After the whole discussion with you, my only worries when Nathaniel tried to just offer the subject was of evidence. We've not learned much, but we have learned some things from our experience. And we got to meet this lovely lady over here.
I am beautiful, aren't I?
Talon
out of
shakes
character,
his head like, jeez.
What'd you say now? I heard someone say something. Yeah, she actually says it, but obviously you guys heard the bite of sarcasm in it. But she does have striking looks, so it's not entirely a lie
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just
Well,
if that is what you see in me, then at least you see me.
Well, I don't think I could ever not at least take an interest.
Creed blinks and goes, I just said that at least we met you in patience. I didn't say I don't know what you're capable of or what you can do. And maybe I should have rephrased that. At least we got a brother and sister back together. Will you take less offense to that?
She nods. No, that's fine.
pardon me, I don't believe we have introduced each other yet, or I have introduced myself to you. I am William McAleave. He offers a hand for handshaking. Wait,
Sure.
no, he wouldn't say his last name because, fuck, I forgot. Sorry, he will not
Okay.
say his last name. Redact that.
That's
I am
okay.
William.
Yeah, no, that's fine. She'll shake his hand as well. There's no, she's polite enough in company. Nice to meet you too.
Introductions all around. You've already met me, though.
Yeah, but we can do it again if you'd like.
I'm fine, thanks.
Are you sure? I feel like it's just the thing that we do here. Eat sushi, drink margaritas, and introduce ourselves.
How is the margarita, by the way? Never really done that before.
It's wonderful, actually. Do you want to try?
Can't really drink while at work.
It's just a sip. It's not like sip's gonna hurt you.
Tom's actually take this opportunity to study William while
Okay.
he's like stuttering over this drink.
Yeah, she's kind of like pushing the drink towards him very slowly, in that sort of I'm tempting you kind of fashion.
Yeah, it's okay. William will shrug and smile. It doesn't look as synthetic as the smile he gave Creed, and he will take a sip. What does your thing do again?
And your aspirations.
Okay, so his aspirations are get rid of the pure, mend the bonds with friends. Sorry, mend the broken bonds with friends, find and join the Lodge of Garm. Since I have no totem, I do not have a fourth aspiration.
That's okay. You're only. I don't know why people have 4 aspirations, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Mend the
in
broken
werewolf,
bones, find the
yeah.
Garn. And the
It's
first one was?
Get rid of the pure in Gotham.
Right.
So what do you
Yeah.
think? I mean, you made it, but it's pretty good, isn't it?
I suppose.
You need to make more of those. Not right now, but later.
Maybe I'll take it up to the boss lady and ask her to put margaritas in the menu.
You really should if they're that good.
Oh, God.
Seriously. You'll get more people in here. Just spreading the word about your margaritas.
You can kind of, I guess, see kind of William blush a bit, but he still has that poker face of his. Thank you very much for your compliment.
Upon learning your aspirations, Talon mentioned, there's no hard feelings between us. I'm sure the others will come around eventually. It's not like you betrayed us, although I'm sure it felt like that at the time.
I know I've done everyone wrong. It's too late for regret. I just have to live with them.
Well, you still Pardon me. I'm still around, should you need me.
And I suppose I as well, if you need help. Mine, I'm quite curious, though. Okay, out of character, is your leg legit missing? And is that why you smell
He
like
has
blood?
no foot. He has no foot.
What happened to your leg?
I made a hasty decision, and I'm paying for it. Creed understands, but I'm not quite comfortable sharing that with you two yet, sorry.
If only Dr. Class is still in Gotham.
I'm afraid it's not something he can heal.
It'll be back. It'll get better over time.
Such is the price of our sins. Actually, he's not that eloquent. Come on, it's town.
Yeah.
That's the price paid.
Sage, you said that you just recently arrived in Gotham?
Yeah, I got here like 3 weeks ago. But I had a job waiting for me.
That's good.
So, yeah, I just didn't have a place to stay, but now I do.
Must have been very exciting being here only a few weeks and having to watch us do those terrible things.
Talon has a strange look as he nods towards Sage's direction when she says she's found a place. Do you feel safe where you are?
I don't feel safe anywhere, so it makes no difference.
Right. Sorry to hear that.
It's the life that I have to live. It's the price of my freedom.
So this is true for all of your kinds, not just you in Colorado.
I wouldn't presume to speak for all of my kind, as you say. But it's true for me, and, well, apparently Colorado's already confirmed that to you.
Indeed. Sorry if I conjure...
You don't.
Okay.
The only thing I will say is not all of us have the same story. Therefore, not all of us made it back, shall we say, the same way.
He gives you a slow nod.
Yeah, but isn't that true for everything in life? Sorry, I have no idea what's going on. I zoned out for a sec.
Yeah, she's going to be like, are we getting philosophical now?
Talon was asking if all changelings essentially have to escape somewhere, and she said
no,
she wouldn't presume to speak.
In character, I was paying. Out of character, I was paying attention. In character,
okay. Usually, when you say you zoned out, that's
no. Normally, it is, and I agree. Okay. But that was Creed just going. Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a sec.
Okay.
I mean, if you really want to get me into philosophy, I need at least 2 more of these margaritas. Otherwise, I'd rather stay out of that too.
A very mysterious sight. William is chuckling, even though it's really silent. You guys can visibly see William kind of chuckle a bit, which is kind of odd.
William, I think that's the first time I saw you generally smile.
Don't get used to it.
Why not? You have a very nice smile.
It's nice seeing.
Creed leans over and stage whispers this song. He really, really doesn't like me. I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah, but he wasn't talking to you, or wasn't, or at least you weren't the one speaking when he smiled, were you?
That's why he smiled.
Well, then let's accept it.
Talon just chuckles. It's nice to see you not succumb to the other side.
It is hard to look, I suppose, in the bright side when all of these things have been happening lately and just really invigorating.
William's pretty quiet compared to everyone else, so...
Oh, sorry.
okay. That's
Is this better?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was slouching.
I was trying to... So what did he say?
So he said that he apologized because that the world is Gotham has been going through a lot of shit, and he finds it really hard to look on the bright side lately.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, why is it that you two don't think that I'm insane? You just kind of accepted the things I said as if these things are normal.
Well, what
At this
do you
point,
think is supposed to make you sound crazy?
I have met so many things and seen terrible things that I've just come to accept that maybe there is a Cthulhu somewhere. Maybe these do talk.
The spider lady, I don't mean. Like, that is clearly, I mean, from what I can see, that's, I mean, why not a spider lady, right? I was referring more to the other things I asked.
So far, you've asked for a margarita.
And?
We've mostly been asking you things and bringing up Nathaniel. Did Sage actually ask us something?
She did. She asked 2 things.
I must have I went and got water for a bit there. Did I actually miss this?
I don't think you did, but who knows, maybe.
Could you,
What did she
okay,
ask?
I'm really sorry, but could you remind us?
She had asked about if you'd ever had anybody talk to you from a TV, and if you heard the voice in your head going down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Those
Tom
2 things.
Didn't respond to those things.
And William told you that he has have that shit also happen to him, except the Riddler did it.
Right,
Creed?
but
Creed's responses to I forget if Creed was even there for this.
You were not. You weren't there. That's why she said to you too, because you weren't actually there at the time.
Yeah, sorry. Well, like I said, it has happened to me before.
I know of abilities that can do those things, but I don't know anyone personally that can. I mean,
what are we talking about?
You know how he'll actually turn to Creed. You know how things can look different around me?
Yeah.
Well, theoretically, I could do something similar to what she's describing, but it's not.
What's she describing?
She said a person talked to her through a TV.
Okay.
But I don't know anyone who can do that.
Yeah, TVs talk to you all the time.
But not personally.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Like an actual conversation. It is weird. That's why I was questioning if you guys why you guys didn't think I was insane when I mentioned stuff like this.
Not out of the ordinary for Gotham, but weird.
I know of a sibling that can do that, but I haven't met. I don't know anyone.
Have you heard of a group called the Watchers?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay, well maybe it's something to do with my kind that I just have never heard about. I'll have to dig deeper.
You seem very invested in this. Maybe I can help you out as a friend to ask around.
As for the voices in the head thing, well, I don't think I heard the voice you're talking about. I definitely have voices in my head.
Talon just chuckles.
Well, I only heard this voice once, and it was
Oh,
while
yeah,
I
no.
was walking. Yeah, when I was walking down the steps, and it was a voice that told me to be careful because none of our kind are down there. I don't know what
clearly,
kind that means.
clearly that means your kind.
Creed, she's saying she doesn't even.
So so what, women? There are no women down there? There are no let's see, gardeners?
No, there were women down there because Tatiana is a woman, and I'm pretty sure we can still call her a woman, even though she's like me, but I don't know. As for the gardener thing,
I mean, I was the only gardener down there, right?
I don't know, does Riddler have a green thumb?
No, but I have heard of some inmate that once stayed at that place that did.
Shrugs and goes, well, then maybe it was her talking to you.
Maybe. I don't know much about it. I just heard that I could get some interesting plants there. And I really did. There's some very unusual plants there.
What kind of
Around the
plants?
asylum?
Suddenly, Creed is interested and leans forwards. What kind of plants?
Oh, so he never gave me like the actual information, but she's starting to. She has botany, so she has a specialty under science. So she's going to start going into, not too sciencey, but enough science that you can tell that, there are some unusual plants, but they are all mundane plants that she found there.
Creed actually.
Go on.
Creed actually manages to follow you and is nodding along as you're talking, and you can tell he actually knows exactly what you're talking about and comments, oh, you found one of those? That's so cool. Because he's out of character. He's a chemist, drug dealer that makes his own drugs. So and I have like science for at this point.
Okay. She'll just be like, yeah, I certainly did. I don't necessarily suggest you hang out there a whole lot after what I saw there.
Like I said, it best not linger in the asylum.
I wasn't in the asylum, and I didn't. It was supposed to be abandoned.
That's prime real estate.
Apparently it is.
Since when do criminal elements operate above? He doesn't really finish a sentence. He just kind of trails out because he's like, once he says it, he realizes like, well, just because you're bad doesn't mean you're hiding.
Gotham. Good old Gotham.
If I haven't been back there, but if I were to hear of something else that might be there, I might be tempted to go back and get it. It as quick of a trip as I could.
Are you actually collecting plants?
I mean, just because I work as a gardener doesn't mean it's not my personal hobby as well.
Honestly, given some of the plants she named, hell, I'd even go back there for them.
Might I suggest you only go back there when the sun is in the sky?
All right, I'm getting off my phone and transferring to the computer real.
Okay.
She'll nod to that and say, that seems like good advice. Unless it's some plant that is particularly easier to deal with at night. But yes, I hear what you're saying.
Sorry, I didn't hear what William said.
William said that it would be best if she only returned to get plants when the sun is in the sky in the asylum-ish area.
Besides, I have a lot on my plate anyway. So I have a lot of other places that I need to check anyways. I don't need to go back there right now.
Do you have allies that you can call upon?
And here I thought you would have figured out from what Colorado was saying
I mean,
that I am part of a certain group.
so are these guys. That doesn't necessarily mean they have a lot of friends.
Well, friends are different than allies, I suppose. But they're certainly not against me.
He takes that as a satisfactory answer and nods and drums. He's like drumming his fingers on the table at this point a little bit.
Why?
This city's been rather eventful. I'd hate to see another face disappear.
Well, I've disappeared before, and I've come back again.
I guess that's true.
Let's just say that Gotham has a way to make people change when they're alone. Not necessarily for the better.
I'm simply offering a chance at something greater.
What chance are you offering me?
Like you, I'm pretty new around here and looking to be a part of something that's good for me and those involved.
She's paying attention. But that was extremely vague, so she doesn't really respond.
I would suggest you meet our dear boy over here, Creed's sister. She is very helpful to those who are in need.
Alan stops drumming his fingers on the table and kind of sits up a little straighter. And if possible, I'd like to be friends, maybe even family. The city has a way of taking things from you, and I'm clawing back what I can.
I'll think about it.
That's all I'm asking. My
I warn you, I have very high expectations of family,
likewise.
but I haven't gotten to that part yet, anyways.
Indeed.
It seems
We're
that
back to one-word sentences. I'm sorry.
it seems that you are in need of allies, I suppose. Why don't sorry. He is going to
Wow. We just covered up that. That didn't really happen.
The magic of editing.
Anyway, he is going to give you his number and he tell you that if he ever finds out what this group is, out of character, I forgot the Watchers.
Yeah.
I think the Watchers. I will let you know. I know people who can. I know people who has knowledge of such things in Gotham, whatever it may be.
What's your price?
Let's say help.
Help.
Yeah.
Favor for a favor type deal, huh?
I've been taught well. Never take money for help is more valuable.
Sometimes money's necessary. But as long as it's of, a favor of at least close to even, worth, then okay.
Who knows? Maybe I might never even use this favor.
Oh, good. I like owing favors forever. That's the
Uh,
best way to be. But I
Who
do
knows?
need to know more
Maybe
of the Watchers, for sure.
who knows? Maybe I'll be dead in a few months.
Town shoots you a look like
Well, that
don't even.
sounds. Maybe we should turn off the depressive mode around
I'm
here.
bored. Just a lot of things happening around my people right now.
There's a
He
lot of
looks
things.
very serious. He looks very serious when he said that.
She's gonna just grab a napkin and write down her number to give to him in return.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that you can actually get in touch with me if you do find something.
to commemorate this lovely deal we have created, I guess I'll go make you more margaritas and give Talon more sushi and create some whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, if I will, you know what? I will take half a margarita. Somebody else has to drink the other half.
I suppose.
And he will stand up and go back to go make some stuff for you people. But
You
yeah,
don't
if
have.
Talon used this site well in a few days, because I think it's been a week since um, we've done the Riddler stuff, right? If I recall correctly.
A week since we did the asylum, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you ever went and used the site on William to see what he was doing, you would know that he's really fucking panicked about the Pure being in Gotham, and he's very scared about that shit.
Okay. The site he's referring to is, like, if I mark something like I did with Sage and William, I can use their senses for a number of minutes per day equal to my lair. And Talon likes to flick the channels when he's bored, as it were. Pardon me. Typey type.
Sure.
So, what? You don't know anything about the Watchers at all?
No,
You
she
can-
doesn't. She's literally heard, like, just yeah. All she heard was that this guy in the TV said he was a Watcher.
Oh, you made it sound like there was a conversation, but okay.
Well, there was a conversation, but it wasn't like, like he
Yeah.
disappeared before he could give her any information. Probably because he didn't want to give her any information. So yeah, she actually doesn't know anything about them. Otherwise, she wouldn't be asking people she's just met about them.
If you're comfortable, I can accompany you to wherever you met the Spider Lady. Because you know that Talon told you he can see back in time with you in Colorado. In that scene. So that's what he's offering. Is if you're comfortable, I can try to get a lead on this spider woman.
A lead as in finding out more about her? So you're wanting what? To see what she looks like? Or
Wherever you met her, you did meet her, not just an agent, right?
as far as I know, it was her.
Well, at the very least.
Considering that her hand was sticky, kind of like webbing.
Mm. Well, from what I told you in Colorado, I'm sure you can piece together what I'm offering.
I think so, but I'm just kind of trying to figure out what you would catch. Could that, considering I was there,
Oh, like you're protecting your. Like I said, if you're comfortable.
No, that's not what I mean at all. I mean, I was there. What I saw the things that happened, so I'm not sure what you would expect to find other than if you need an image of what she looked like.
I need. He's not going to say that he needs more than an image, but he kind of nods like it's easier if I see her.
There is a potential issue with it, and it's not from me. It's the fact that I know for a fact there is a spy in there, probably. Because she left one of her friends behind.
This needs no ritual. This needs no obvious tell.
I just, obviously I need to play it kind of clean when, especially in the place I know where there is a spy. But if you can do it in such a way that even if the spider does see and reports there's no proof, sure.
Very well.
We'd have to go at night when nobody's working. I do have keys to get in, but it is a workplace. It's a place that I could just tell people that I could tell the security guard, that I have an unfinished project. It's common enough. He's getting used to it.
It's pretty interesting what people can acclimate to.
Well, I mean, I do fit in so well at my work, don't I?
He'll actually laugh a bit, like, yeah, I can't disagree. We'll say maybe Amber walks in around now. Via invitation.
Hey, beautiful.
William will go out and go, welcome. Just grab a seat and I'll get right to you. And he will put the margarita that's just half. And she will give it to Sage.
She will look she'll look very happy at that. Because she didn't want to hold another margarita. She still has to get home.
Pardon me.
Is Amber here?
She joined, but she might be muted or setting things up.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Welcome.
I'm just creepily stalking about wherever you guys are.
We're in an empty sushi bar, but okay.
A sushi bar that now serves margaritas.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No.
It's an exception, okay? Anyway, so does Amber enter the sushi bar? Wait, what's your character's name again? Was it
It's Amber.
Amber?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Amber, sorry. I know, I'm
Yeah.
on my phone.
It's okay. It's Anne.
So you're entering or no?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome.
Well, I mean, if it's an empty sushi bar, I'll walk in and I'll be like, what? I want some sushi.
Well, you recognize Talon and Creed.
Yeah,
Well, of
And
course.
two new faces.
yeah. The gentleman offers welcomes you to the sushi bar, and I'll take your order when you're ready to pick.
Hey, Mamacita!
Oh, God.
Hey, William, why don't you get her the other half of that margarita?
He just chuckles. I think she's down for that. And he's just looking over at her.
How you doing, Amber
Well-
baby?
Doing
Yeah.
fantastic. I saunter over, all gorgeous like.
Saunter.
Yes, I saunter.
Alright.
So William goes back to the thing, gets the other half, and then he puts it to you, Amber. It's on the
I take
house.
Now
Aw,
this,
here,
Aw, thank
here-
you.
and
You
here I
can
was
take
going to tell
her.
her with my present.
Sorry,
You
what?
can
this,
think.
this here is a beautiful lady.
Yeah, William will go. You can thank this lady over here for the drink.
Ouch.
Yeah, she'll hold out a hand to her and just say, I'm Sage.
I will extend my hand and take it and shake it. I'm Amber.
And
I
William will do the same. I am William.
Nice to meet you, William. I shake your hand. I look
Go on.
at Talon and Creed questioningly and then just sit down and sip on my margarita.
It's an exceptional margarita. Because
We're all just in
level
this corner
5.
booth.
What?
We're all just in this corner booth, so imagine people like shuffle around.
Who wants
No, I
to
sit right on the table.
who wants
Wow.
to sit who wants to sit next to Creed babies?
I mean, that was okay until you said babies.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Sage will look up and just be like, pat the seat next to her and be like, I'm saving this for William.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey, I'm just making a joke. That was out of character.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it was. I really don't think it was.
Okay.
That does sound very Creed-like.
Yeah, but Creed nope, because Creed wouldn't say who wants to sit next to Creed. He doesn't refer to himself as in third
Fair.
person.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, so
He's not on the right drugs for that.
Oh.
Yes.
Bummer.
Don't worry, he'll be on the right drugs eventually for that.
All right, let's get a little back.
yeah,
into it.
get
Okay.
back. What can I get you other than the margarita? Have you
Try it. It's like the best margarita ever.
Now you guys are like, I question it now. Pushing it. It's a margarita.
But
Hey.
Talon. I'm like,
for the
should I
record,
trust him?
she has one
Drink
sitting in
the
front of
Kool-Aid.
her. She has one
Creed
sitting in
leans
front of her.
over.
Yeah.
Creed leans over. Don't worry. I had no help making that whatsoever.
All right, then I take a big swig.
Wow.
As soon
It's
as
an
I can
awesome-
Creed say that, I take a big swig.
Yeah. It is an exceptional success margarita, and there's a twin of it across the table with me. Like
This
she
is
has the other half.
delicious.
Thank you. It's let's say it's once in a while. There's We don't really serve margaritas here.
Well, my compliments to whoever made it.
Thank you very much.
Amber, this is William and Sage, as he gestures to them in turn.
I just figured that if you know these two, you probably deserved the margarita.
Wow.
Fair. Thank you. I really do need it after dealing with these two.
Hey,
Almost gets offended.
hey.
Did I just offend both of you guys?
I
said
was
almost.
like sober for so long today.
Yeah, him and I had a chat.
My condolences, and William will
was
actually
horrible.
chuckle.
Aw. You've been sober most of the day. Are you feeling okay?
I brought him home.
Oh. Like home? Like your
Indeed.
home?
Indeed. Well, where else would I call home?
Well, I didn't know if you're like, I brought him home to like his home. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, fair.
Okay. Yeah. I just like. Oh, wait. How didn't I know about this?
Home, homity,
like
home,
they're all
home,
day.
home, homity, home, home, home.
You would have actually seen his face and have been aware that I brought him in.
Okay. Awesome.
At the
So I
time,
probably would
yeah.
have been like, I probably would have been a little bit upset. Like, really? Really? You just bringing people home?
I'm sad there was no Tatiana in cloud suit again.
I was trying on dresses all day.
William will look very confused as Creed, then he remembers that you are always high as fuck, so he just goes back to the poker face.
Talon will actually use a lair trait, and in front of the table, you see Tatiana in the gesture suit.
He looks
I
even
just
more confused.
See,
I-
that's what I was talking about.
I just bust out laughing.
It's just a apparition briefly, and then it's gone. He'll drop it. But, like, Creed's not always as crazy as he seems. It's
He's still
fun.
crazy.
Just 95% of the time.
The first time anyone ever hears of Talon having anything resembling a hobby, and it's fucking with Creed.
It makes sense. They hang out a lot.
Has Sage even met Tatiana yet?
Not
Nope.
officially, although she's seen her across the room.
Okay, so you'd recognize the Mirage.
Only in a full-on clown jumpsuit, I believe.
Gesture, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Think Cicero.
Oh, I know what a gesture is, believe me.
Yeah.
I tried taking. Don't bother trying to take pictures of that though.
Mm.
They don't come out.
Good to know.
Which stinks because Tatiana would have had so many questions. And then I would have had blackmail for her. Because totally posting that up in Elysium is a horrible idea. It's an
Brilliant.
amazing idea.
Italian just laughs a little bit.
What's
Because he's
Elysium?
actually, they
I
can
know.
actually follow along now.
Yeah, she's like, what's Elysium?
Oh.
I'd be questioning the same. Like, huh?
It would be probably better not to ask about those types of things unless you are asking the person.
A
Never
pretty
mind.
magic bubble.
I was asking the person who brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Creed.
Oh, sorry.
Since
Yeah,
he brought
he's-
it up, I figured that means he should handle the question.
Yeah.
And he said it was a magic bubble, I believe.
Yep.
A magic bubble.
Can we pop it?
Talon's like, he's not nervous, but he's like, sits up a little straighter, like uncrosses his legs. He's like, in a sense.
You really, really don't want to pop it because then all the bad stuff inside will come flying out.
They have a real
It's one
bad
of
problem.
those bubbles.
Yes.
It sounds like a bubble you have to be high to even know exists.
I mean, Talon's been following along. He said there's a real bad problem. He doesn't get stoned, but yeah.
She doesn't
I
know you
don't
well
do
enough to
any
know that you
drugs.
don't get
Yeah.
stoned.
Just gives a thumbs up at that and then goes, anyways. Ooh. I know. And leans over to starts leaning over to Talon, then stops halfway and goes,
Your
no,
BRB, he has a nosebleed.
Oh, that's a
Ouch.
bad idea. And then sits back down.
Mm-hmm.
You people are strange around here.
He's got to
Yes.
stop watching that hot anime. Sorry.
Yes, it is a very weird place. But Gotham in general is just weird.
Yeah. Very true.
I mean,
I
we have
mean-
a clown running around blowing things up.
And
a
a man
in a bat suit playing dress ups.
I'm still
Who?
trying to figure out a spider person. I mean, I don't know.
I offered to help with that.
I know. I know
Now
you
we
did.
have a Spider Woman.
Wait, what?
There's a spider
so much
person
in
I've
this.
met. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. She found me and we talked, and she was kind of rude, and then yeah, she left.
William is gonna look at Talon and then like stare directly Talon in the eye and then like move his eye back to Amber and then back to Talon, like he's trying to find out if she's in the know without saying anything.
He gives you, like, he blinks at you, but like, there's a slight nod to it. You know how
I feel
people
that
kind of like do it at the same time?
I feel that I
Okay.
need a perception roll to actually understand that eyes going back and forth. Okay. I mean, because to me, before you said what you were going for, I thought you were going for, so you hooking up with her?
Talon's too awkward to even. He just assumes at this point.
I mean, that's just seriously, it could be taken too many ways.
We've had that particular question come up so many times between the different people that Talon seems to keep introducing, so it's just like the norm almost.
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah, he like blinks and nods at the same time to acknowledge it.
It's one of those really awkward blink nods.
Yeah,
And the rest of
Talon's
us
down,
just-
apparently.
The rest of us stare at it like, what the hell is going on here?
No, Creed probably has high enough empathy to read the situation if he
Yeah.
wasn't high enough.
yeah. Anyway, I hope you find the spider person you are looking for, or at least find out more about her.
I just want to know more about her.
Remember, if you run into her again, make sure you have a giant newspaper.
I have a what? Sorry.
Giant
Oh.
newspaper.
Y'all talking at once.
I don't necessarily need her. I just want to know more about her. She took the time to look for me.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not the one to help you with that. These three are better at getting information than me, I'm sure.
I
Once I
understand.
find someone, I can talk the pants off them, but
Well, she was
quite
wearing a
literally.
nice. Well, I mean, she was wearing pants, so that might work for you, but it doesn't help me really.
Just nod slowly, as if he gets it,
Did
but you're
Creed
not
get
actually
out there?
sure he gets what you're saying.
No, I appreciate the offers of help and the deals made. As she looks to William.
We have to help out each other, I suppose, in this trying time.
Well, it's not the Great Depression, but yeah.
I mean, we do live in Gotham. It's pretty depressing.
Yes, it is very depressing.
Do you know anything about the Penguin?
I know about penguins.
There's
They look like they wear tuxedos.
there's a growing number of people I'm acquainted with that seem to want to take an individual out of the game, collectively referring to him as the Penguin.
That's the
So
person they want to
far,
take out?
all I know is he works at a place called the Iceberg Lounge. I don't suppose any of you are familiar.
Oh yeah, he's a mob boss.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Also, we believe a ghoul.
Oh.
A ghoul? Like a zombie?
Like an in-between.
Like a superhuman.
Oh yeah, we're in a super setting. We can just straight up say superhumans.
Like a meta. Works out. He runs the Iceberg Lounge, which is offshore. It's a very, 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 very high up club, but it's also it's an open secret that he runs a gang as well out there under the name Penguin. And he's cut some deals so he never really gets in trouble anymore. Because goddamn Penguin. But anyways, he runs the club. A bunch of people want him dead for various reasons, or wants to talk to him for various reasons, because you know the whole thing with the basement. Yes, 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 yes.
The Riddler, yeah.
He points to each one of you as he goes, yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, that whole thing was connected to the whole Penguin thing, because Riddler was apparently working with Penguin. So yeah, Penguin is bad news. Of course,
I wish. Sorry, go on.
Lillian seems really, really worried about this Solomon Grundy character.
Last time I saw Lillian, she had plans. He points to the table here in the sushi bar she was using. She had the blueprints for the building, and she spent a great deal of time marking it up.
Really? I thought the last time we saw Lillian, she was getting stabbed by the Riddler.
Which I didn't think she was there.
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, so
She
okay,
got-
never mind.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, it won't be the last time we saw her. You know what I mean? One of the
Yeah.
times we.
Yeah, and then Caitlin just came back with information from there. I wonder if Tatiana ever got that information. I should double check.
I wish I could help you guys with this thing, but there are pressing matters going on at the moment.
Well, I don't think we're going to be doing it anytime soon, you know? Move slowly and all that.
I suppose being hunted would be a pressing matter.
He kind of glares at Talon.
Oh man, you're being hunted?
Yeah, Sage doesn't look overly comfortable with the subject either.
Socially awkward guy. When? No.
What did you do, man? And why are you at the bar if you're being hunted? Wasn't this the first place someone would look?
I am not being hunted.
Well,
I
he just
really
said
rather not talk about this.
he just said you were being hunted. Now you're saying you're not being hunted?
I suppose in a way we are technically being hunted down, but no, we are not being hunted.
That was contradictory.
I know
That
it's
was
very
so
cryptic,
much wrong.
but
I understand.
I really do not want to talk about this.
You're also entitled to your privacy.
Very well.
Maybe in
Just
time
know
I
that
will
if
tell you.
you just know that I'm here if you need me. And when he says that, he'll actually slide a small black cube across the table. Crush that in a time of need.
He will nod, and he will take it.
You're just giving those things out like popcorn, aren't you?
He really
You and
is.
You and him are the only ones.
I hope that I never have to use this.
But popcorn sounds kind of good.
I'd offer you something, and I'd offer you help, but I don't think you want my help.
It's probably best if no one gets involved unless it's really dire.
Okay. Well, if you ever need a belly rub, you know where to call Tatiana.
I would say something about Class already doing that, but he's already gone, so...
Oh, poor Class is gone. Well, I can fill in for Class for that purpose, I guess. I will take one for the team.
William just shakes his head.
Oh,
Well,
that's the first time he said in Talon's presence that he can do doctor things. Good times.
well, I suppose I have dilly-dallied long enough. I should probably go back to the kitchen and do work. Even though it's technically just you guys here at the moment.
Oh, cleanup is a thing. I understand.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're good tippers.
Yeah, I can understand being tired of company.
Yeah, so William is, I guess, gonna go back to work. And ask Amber one last time if she wants anything. Like, if she needs, to order something and stuff.
Want a sampler platter of all your best sushis.
That sounds like a scam, dear girl.
Oh, darn it.
Oh.
Is there any way that my advanced striking looks would totally persuade him just a little bit?
You could try and roll for it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well,
Roll for it.
something that's always active.
Yeah, no, it's roll persuasion plus presence.
Yeah, gives you
Alright.
something to that.
It gives you a +2, plus you get to roll this as a rote action, I believe.
If you're strictly relying
It's
on
roll
the
action.
roll
Yeah,
means
it'd
you
be
reroll
just,
50.
right.
You're gonna have to learn to use the dice
pretty
roller
much. I am
later.
just going off my load. Right? That'd be.
Presence,
I can't actually
'cause
roll
you're
because I'm
not
on my
talking
phone,
him
and
into-
if I
oh.
go off this page,
Okay. I know
So,
what
it
your
it would be. Yeah, you should have my. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the same situation before you got here, but I fixed my computer, so yay
That's good.
me.
I'm glad you fixed it.
Well, I know you have 2 presence, 2 persuasion. Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
And then alien allure.
oh yeah, what's your
at
Holy
your
shit!
composure?
Exceptional.
My
Oh,
composure?
mine.
No, his, because you take it off.
Yeah. Give me a moment. Composure is 2.
Okay. So yeah,
Don't I add my layer dots to it?
here. If you want
Alien
to, you can
allure.
activate that. It's reflexive.
Yeah.
So anyone, because we're all supernaturals here, you get to see her marionette briefly flash. She's
Fuck, but it's okay.
Creed actually expects that, so
Creed's never seen it.
there's only a little action. But I know you're a beast.
Yeah, he knows you're like
Yeah.
me at the very least.
Yeah,
Okay,
so and I know that he keeps flashing a giant skull. So Creed's eyes are going to widen and go, "You're not a skull."
Okay, so she got 4 successes. Okay, so William
Yes.
will sigh. I will give you 3 of the best ones. Only 3. You have to pay for the
Only
others.
3? I'll take it. I only
And-
take the 3 free ones. It's okay. I won't make you do too much work.
Don't worry, I'll pay for the pretty lady.
And for shits and giggles, I am gonna
Aww.
roll to see how well these things taste like.
I'll have
Yes.
to.
1. I got 1 success. It doesn't taste like shit.
Thank God.
Yeah. Well, and I guess William's just gonna be doing work stuff related, and I have to go. It was fun, people.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right, take care, man.
I get all the sushi.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The beasts pass as for human because their activisms are typically subtle. For example, if you have limb from limb, you might grab a table and leave claw marks in it with an otherwise human hand, but you don't see the creature doing that necessarily. It's only people with supernatural senses,
Okay.
including heroes and ephemeral beings, that can glimpse the horror, but it doesn't grant them any real understanding of what they're seeing.
Isn't it like just like a shadow, kind of like, oh, I just saw something?
Well, I have supernatural
But you
senses.
Don't
So
really think you saw something?
They catch a glimpse of the horror when you activate an activism.
Mm-hmm.
I have acute senses in which I add my weird to my perception stuff.
Mhm.
Would that be considered something there?
Probably. It just says glimpsing the horror in this way doesn't grant the witness any real understanding of what they're seeing. The witness sees the Eshmaki take a deep breath and then exhale, look out to blue fire. But if he is at all supernaturally aware, he always sees the mighty dragon superimposed over the beast's mortal form, unleashing its hellish breath.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
However, it's not always in you. For example, the Makara activates monsters from the deep, and everyone in the room feels the pressure of the tentacles around their necks, but only the beast's Promethean companion actually sees the Kraken lurking below. So it's kind of like a flash, a hallucinatory flash. That whatever makes sense when you activate it.
which Creed's response is still like, "Wait, there's no giant skull?"
We're not all the same.
No. You really think I'd be the same as this guy?
Whoa.
I mean, look at me.
It's just like
To
he's
be
not
fair-
glaring at you, but
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that most of them can't keep their eyes off you.
Very true.
I know I
It's a
can't.
gift.
his
Unless I
gaze
want it.
goes from Amber to Creed, Like he was a little annoyed at Amber, but then you're just like, wow.
Creed just flashes down a smile.
Are we gonna do this, man? Is this Zoe all over again? You gonna try and ghoul Amber?
I never
Seriously.
tried to ghoul Zoe.
She doesn't want to be a zombie, so stop.
Talon like gives you a thankful look,
I'm good on
a
that.
grateful.
Out of character, I never tried to ghoul Zoe in character.
If he thinks you did, though, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, I believe either you
No,
or
I
Tatiana
never even-
offered to.
Tatiana offered.
Oh, okay.
I had said, out of character, I had told her if she ever gets in trouble, or basically I had offered in her. I had told her about ghouling. Just that's all I did.
Okay, so it'd be Tatiana that is.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Creed was the one trying to set you up with Zoe.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Adorable.
Moving on. He's still like he's maybe less annoyed than he was, but he still has that look. Like we doing all this all over again.
I pat Talon on the head.
We're just playing.
You know, it's not often that I feel as though people aren't paying attention to me. Oh, wait. They pretty much do ignore me.
Sorry, I can tone it down.
No, it's fine. Oh, see, she actually has striking looks too, just the lesser version.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So mine
Yeah.
would be a little bit more than yours.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Besides,
But
she's
I
not.
can.
It's okay.
It's fine. She doesn't really act like it.
Also, guys, keep in mind striking looks. You're normally supposed to put a descriptor attached to it.
Right.
Like I have striking looks too, but it's not like pretty or anything. It's my guy is imposing.
Yeah, like in her case, for the advanced striking looks, you can choose between terrifying on a primordial level or an icon of beauty through the ages. And she naturally chose that latter one.
Yeah.
Of course.
Moving along.
But I can also make myself look this is out of character. I can make people not really know that I'm there. Like you can see me, but as soon as you look away, you don't think I'm there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Continuing.
Creed will say,
Oh,
do you want some attention?
Talon doesn't really know what to make of that.
Short song.
I believe she said it's fine.
Do I need attention?
Out of character, you said normally people.
Yeah, she was just like, it's fine. Honestly, yeah, she's for all that. Yeah, she may stand out a bit. Like that, she doesn't act like someone who knows she's pretty. You know what I mean? She doesn't.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Which is not the case here in me.
Right. But she also complimented your looks, so she's clearly not worried about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, before I forget again, because I forgot before, and then I forgot again, and I really, really don't want to forget a third time.
Okay.
There's one more thing that I could use your help on, Amber.
Oh.
You see.
I look intrigued.
Has he told you about the coins?
I did.
Yeah.
Has he told you I found 2 of them?
I showed her the 2 with mirages.
Alright.
Yep.
Oh, good. So I don't have to pull them out and show them off. Can you find me information on those coins?
Ooh. I can see if there's any talk about them. But you might want to look for a scholar or an academic.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to go to.
But I'll see if there's any word about them.
I'm going to go to one of my friends and see if they know. And he gets a sort of sappy smile when he says friends.
Talon picks up on. He'll probably link that with the other examples.
Yeah, it's the
Yep.
same exact smile.
What coins?
Talon kind of makes sure the place is still empty before doing this. And a Latin and Egyptian coin appear on the table, floating in front of you, Sage, twirling.
And I just look at Creed. I'm like, you have them in your pocket, don't you?
Does he have both of them?
Flicks back his eyes back and forth and goes, maybe, maybe not.
You don't keep them somewhere safe?
What makes
I'm
you think
over here
these are
like-
special? As she's tried to refocus the conversation back to what she's trying to find out.
The mirages dissipate immediately, and Talon gives you this serious look. Somehow, the Riddler had one of those in his heart while he was alive. And Creed here fished it out of his corpse.
And then I fished the other one out of another guy's corpse. You know, one of the big vampire that we were, or you didn't know that was a vampire. Never mind. You know, he says that out loud. You know how there was the big guy and the smaller guys who were attacking us.
Yes.
So the bigger guy, got stolen away from Talon here after Talon had gotten
He
him
looks
in
pissed.
his. Yeah, that's the sore part. But anyways, we tracked him down to the harbor, only to find him dead, with his heart missing and this coin in place.
And in the image she saw of the coins, were they reflective?
I would imagine they're like solid gold or something. Whatever they were, I'm sure they're fancy and reflective, yeah.
Okay. A second here.
Yeah, because Creed was relieved when they weren't silver, and this ST said they were gold, so yeah.
Well, reflective is fine.
No, I was relieved when I learned that they weren't burnt silver, because of out of character
Yeah,
for both Driss and File fans.
She's going to say, I might be able to get a look at who put it there.
from the coin?
She just smiles, a very small, mysterious little smile.
Out of character, I know what contract you have. But in character, I just blink and go, okay, cool. I have to go get them later.
Well, I totally think this is the perfect place to do that.
Well, I think we need a storyteller for that.
Yes, it is.
I know, but she's just
Yeah.
being sarcastic. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Actually, Creed will go, great. I don't actually have them on me, though.
Well, it's always best to do this at a public place.
Well, there's back rooms. Just for this situation. That are warded.
How long was it between the time that you saw him alive last and you found the coin in his chest?
Well, you see, here in Gotham, time is wibbly wobbly and timey-wimey, so probably like 2 days.
Okay. That's definitely doable. But it's been a few days, so it could take a little extra. She just nods. I'm not so bad with reflective things.
I suppose We have a lot to deal with between
A
the
lot.
coins, the penguin, the watchers, the spider lady,
Thank you.
whoever took that vampire from me. Well, he won't say vampire, he'll say prisoner, actually. But yeah, whoever took my prisoner from me.
Creed's already tipped the hand that those were vampires.
You did,
literally,
yeah.
He literally said out loud that whole thing about, wait, you don't know those were vampires. I mean that big man.
Okay. But at any rate, we should probably pool our resources and pick something to focus on.
Well, I might have to help with the whole penguin thing because of duties and all that boring mumble jumble stuff that we talked about before. Plus, I think Titus might be interested in all that. And yeah, I've been talking with him. And so I might have to focus a little there.
So the Penguins gang is the Eternals?
No, but
No, they're not. As far as we know, they're not connected.
no.
Okay.
But who says Titus wants to stop at the Eternals?
He's gonna learn one way or another.
But it's going to be fun, a fun wild ride in the meantime. Anyways, besides, if Riddler was one thing, but if we take out the penguin and we don't have something to replace it with, well, have any of you seen what happens when you create a power vacuum in a city like this?
Well, I haven't, but I think it's safe to assume that some other bad guy will step in.
Safe to assume that gang wars will break out, and they'll send the entire city into chaos. And I don't mean the chaos we're currently dealing with, because right now there's actually an even balance due to the fact that we have the three major gangs that seem to keep everybody in line. I'm talking about way more chaos. And things are just going to go spiraling down the drain. That's one of the reasons why the penguin hasn't actually been gone after in so long. Because he keeps the other two in check.
Amber kind of gives like a smirk, mischievous smile. Like she really kind of almost wants this, but of course it's kind of hidden.
Yeah. So I think Titus and me are going to try to keep the game running for at least a bit. Because if you create a sun power vacuum like that, there's going to be gang wars, a lot of gunfire, a lot of people dying on the streets. I'm not just talking gangsters. And last time I read about big gang war between the three, it was mostly civilian casualties. Because you don't get the Joker pissed off.
Talon's following along. He's nodding and listening, but he's also going to get your aspirations.
My current aspirations?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one is drugs, 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 drugs. The other one is, okay, Bob, what the hell are you? And the final one is currently, what's this conspiracy with the penguin? / take over Penguin's gang.
So you have a stake in this as well.
Well, sort of. Here's the thing.
Pardon me.
The gargoyle was related to the penguin.
That's
And we're-
matches.
Yes.
Is that something ghouls can do? Or is that... Did
Nope.
we ever figure out why?
Nope. But we know he is related to the penguin. And I think that the other dude, the vamp who went all bee shit crazy, was related to the penguin as well. Or had contact.
You said something, actually. The line, the religious line, about
Yeah.
the watching, the eye.
Yeah.
Maybe that's connected to the Watchers.
Yeah, she was like listening this whole time, Sage was, and she just when you said something about an eye, she immediately like started connecting things in her head. That you can see now, you can see the wheels turn.
Out of character, I don't actually.
It doesn't. It's just something.
Creed can repeat the line.
Okay.
I can't.
I'm not going to assume
Oh,
anything,
you
but
give a okay.
Huh? No, I don't have encyclopedia memory. I just know Creed wrote down the line
Okay.
because that's the second time he's heard it.
Oh, that's right. You're not. Okay. At any rate, there was like this all-seeing eye or something that took this guy.
No, he was praying to God and said something like, "God, I am your faithful servant. Take me," or something like that.
I could have sworn there was something about being watched in the line.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm interested in the whole penguin shit. But, meh.
When push comes to shove, is it you or Titus that's gonna come out on top? You're
Mo,
friend
I'm
of the
just.
Penguin Gang, and you said Titus was interested in it, and he learned that you were interested in it. So he's asking you, when push comes to shove, is it going to be you or Titus on top?
Titus can have them. I'm just here. I'm just helping him out.
What do you stand to gain from it all?
Gives us small shrug, looks confused, and just says, "Titus is my friend."
He gains clientele. How about that?
That too.
Sounds all right. Okay. Well, if that's the real reason, then okay.
Out of character, it's more along the reason that Titus is his friend.
That's fair.
Okay. Murmur's wisdom. Gotta know if you're lying
Yeah.
by Monday.
Yeah, no.
He's not lying.
Creed is very strange. He likes making drugs. He's also a guy who gives away his drugs for free. You've seen that.
Right.
What?
He's
Bumble wants
not in
attention.
how did the cat get into the sushi bar?
Sorry, guys.
Creed will just sit there feeding the cat sushi.
Talon, go put the cat away. He needs to be put home.
It's a mirage.
Brought back home.
You don't hear a thing.
No, I want.
It's a mirage. Creed would really like Bumble.
Yeah, he's a stoner cat. But we can get back in the scene.
All right.
Talon probably looked towards Amber, and that discussion that Creed and I had. You know that I brought him in our home. However,
Yeah.
it'll be some, and he knows Creed. Like Creed's obviously here too. It'll be
Right.
some time before I can share the details.
Of course, everything's going off. Like, I need to know, but I say okay. I nod my head, smile. Okay.
And hopefully that gives you some reassurance. I know it's just my word, but I understand you have a lot to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's saying that to Creed, sorry.
Creed gives a shrug.
Creed doesn't freaking care. That's great.
If I get killed, I get killed.
He doesn't look taken aback, but he cocks his head curiously, like, either you've lived a very long time and you just don't care anymore, or you're just that fucked up. Either way, kudos. Yeah, he just cocks his head and he's like, if you say so.
Out of character? It's because I'm thinking about taking plausible deniability. Because God knows I'm going to need it.
A rebel doing rebel things? God, who'd have thought? That being
Doesn't
said,
seem like you at all.
if there's anything else to discuss, I'm still around. Still here, rather.
Well,
Can you hear us?
so
Oh, you said hello.
don't tell Tatiana, and don't tell anyone else, because I really, really, really don't want this getting around. Because it'll be a pain in the ass.
Talon's like, this is a thing apparently, but Talon's fucking with Creed. So on the table, similar to the coins, there's like little Tatianas dancing on the table, like a dozen of them.
Oh
in different
God, there's
outfits.
Tatianas. There's
I start
Tatianas
flicking their
everywhere. Oh no, they're going to find out.
There's just a dozen little gesture and ballerina and God knows whatever. Tatiana's dancing on the table.
Can I
Wait.
stab them with the
Is that punk
Chopsticks?
Tatiana?
Sure. They'll respond to you because they're supernatural illusions, so it's based on your perception. It's not Talon's efforts.
Yeah. No. Creed would look over, tilt his head, and go, "Oh my God, is that a goth punk Tatiana?"
Poor Sage. Talon looks apologetically to Sage because he doesn't really use this thing often until recently. So
Right. Before I forget. Don't worry. I will be sober when I open up my clinic.
I just laugh.
Don't worry, I'm going to avoid your clinic.
Hey.
I have some people I might bring there.
Are they people you hate?
I do have my doctor's
I'm not
license.
gonna say.
Or, no, sorry. Hey. I have my medical license.
Do you now?
Did you get it out of, like,
A dumpster?
a box of cereal?
No.
You bought it online, didn't you?
No. I graduated and he's going to give, like, a name of an actual medical school.
Hmm.
Why do you think I can make my own drugs?
It
Makes
doesn't
sense.
require a degree to make your own drugs. She
Look.
smiles.
I do not make simpleton drugs. My product is amazing.
Don't get too full of yourself there, big guy.
You want a
Mine
sample?
will be downright magical.
Yeah, but then that causes the whole problem with breaking reality and all that stuff.
Not really.
Talon will actually look towards Sage. The kind that breaks mortal minds.
Well, I haven't started in on my exact plan, my exact program I have in mind. But one thing I know of that don't have yet, but I do know exists, is something that in particular is a narcotic for, bloodsuckers.
I'm sure that'll make this guy pretty happy.
Doesn't work for anybody but them.
Is this a Alf character? Is this a goblin fruit?
It is, in fact.
Ah.
It's like at the top of my list. Like it's at the top of her list to go get some so she can start growing this shit because,
Alright.
yeah. So I need to do a quest, obviously, to do this.
Unfortunately, Alf character, I do not have access to magical narcotics for my splat. But what I do have is Alf character is eventually going to be drug body. Then I have to actually poke the GM about seeing if the Upside Down has cool drugs in it.
What she's looking at doing is actually crossbreeding of various goblin fruits. That's what she's going to do eventually. So yes, I imagine there might be some fun things going on there. But anyway, in character.
Oh, Creed and Amber are the only ones that know where the fuck Talon's foot is. He's gradually expanding his repertoire.
That's fantastic.
He'll look between Creed and Amber, and perhaps in the future I'll also have something a little more permanent to share.
Oh, I'm not
Whether
there
or
yet.
not you link that to the horse one or not is up to your characters. What did Sage say, sorry?
She was like, "Oh, I don't have anything yet. I just got here. It takes time to do the work."
Definitely.
But it's a labor of love.
He just laughs like you have no idea.
The thing is, she actually does, just not what you're talking about.
Amber does, and I'm not sure if she's happy or disgusted.
Big sigh.
Thank you for inviting me here tonight, Talon. It was good to get out.
Yeah, it's always nice to break your bonds, we'll say.
Some bonds can't be broken. But I believe it's time for me to go. I need to check in on a few things before I sleep.
Very well. And he bids you adieu.
And she'll look to the other two and just be like, "It was nice to meet you."
You too.
The pleasure is all mine.
And speak of the devil, Creed says, pulling out his phone. I got to go. My sister's texting.
Naturally.
I see what you did there.
So he'll get up and leave because out of character. I I'm being told I need to go do a scene with Tatiana
Of course.
and Charlie.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. I don't think Talon and Ember have anything super special. So we kind of had that whole day of catching up, so.
Right. I think we're good on that.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll probably just enjoy the sushi bar for the time being and call that a scene.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. All sorts of... all the threads are coming undone. Until next time, take care.